Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. This is morning coffee. Morning coffee with Mitch, and drink it. Drink it if you got it. Ah, it's especially good this morning. Slept in this morning later than I have in a long time, almost 7 o'clock. Must have needed it. It was great to be able to put my life back together yesterday and do that live stream last night, and I enjoyed that. But next Thursday, we're going to take the private community private like it's promised. And for those of you that got to see what we do on Thursday night, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but we enjoy it. We really do. I just want to take a second and thank everybody for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of well wishes during this storm. I don't know if I felt guilty about all that because I certainly didn't have it near as tough or have the challenges that so many people really had in this storm. And my heart goes out to them. So, in my mind, I will also move along some of your good wishes in their direction as well. And I'm sure you won't mind. I'm sure you won't mind. I sat here for a while this morning, and of course, like I usually do, I feel the need to punish myself, so I turn on the morning news, and as I expected, it's just all storm and all disaster, and it's sad. It's sad to see. I got to tell you that at first those things are fascinating, but there does get to a point where you say, okay, yes, it happened. Yes, it's over. Time to move on. I think that's something we don't do enough of, moving on from a disaster. I know that the tendency is to maybe revel in the sympathy that you get because you had a disaster and the care and concern coming your way. And it's comforting. And many people milk it for a lot more than it's worth. Not just people, but organizations, especially after any kind of a tragedy or disaster or mass shooting or anything bad. We seem to want to perpetuate its memory with memorials and all that other stuff instead of just moving on. I think it's great to remember victims, but it doesn't help you in your future. It wouldn't help me in my future. So, to the happy couple, to the happy couple, Milton and Eileen. It's been nice knowing you. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Time to move on. Shit happens. Some people think that's a cold attitude to take. I don't think so. I think it's time to move on from the happy couple. And that's what I'm going to call them, the happy couple. Sounds like Milton and Eileen. Sounds like a nice little Jewish couple. I could imagine that one day I might meet a couple. Hi, Mitch. I'd like to introduce you to Milton and his lovely wife, Eileen Schwartz. I might look at them and go, Milton and Eileen? Really? I had a suggestion. From one of my regular viewers. And Well, before I get into my suggestion, let me reassure you, because I know that many of you have been tense and worried about the fact that perhaps, during the turmoil and confusion of dealing with this storm, and the fact that I didn't have it yesterday when I did that morning live stream from my son's house, that maybe something dastardly happened to my, what I think is one of a kind musical lighter, one of my more prized possessions. So I want to assure you today, that all is well. All is well. So excuse me while I light my cigar. Ah, and I assure you that I will play this video off at the end with this happy music because everybody seems to enjoy it. And I think in the morning, what we need is not to be inundated with bad news and depression. I think we need to have our spirits lifted in the morning. That's tough to do because what we're faced with in the morning is a constant barrage, especially if we turn on the TV, of drug company ads talking about all the bad things that could happen. You have lawyers' ads telling you that they're going to make you rich if something bad happens to you. Car dealers showing you things that you just can't afford, probably don't want anyway. And bad news. And God forbid, politics. Oh, God, I turn on YouTube, even YouTube now. And I don't watch a lot of this stuff. Why do they keep feeding it to me? I said I was going to talk about a suggestion that I had from one of my viewers. And they said, Mitch. I said, what? And they said, your morning with coffee should be live. It should be a live stream so we can all sit there, interact with you, and have coffee with you while you do your live stream. And I said to myself, I said, Mitch? And I said, what? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I talk to myself sometimes, but not really out loud like that. We all talk to ourselves, have conversations with ourselves. Sometimes the most intelligent conversation of the day. But I thought about it and I said, well, a lot of people are moving to doing a lot more live streams because part of the neat thing about YouTube are the communities and the ability to interact, which makes it more of a social media type of thing than just a Netflix or Showtime type of thing where you're just watching content. I've been considering that. I have been considering it, and I have been trying to think, well, I'm not going to do it at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's only one Kilts. I think that's too early to get a decent sized audience. I think if I did it at 9 o'clock in the morning here, that would be 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. That's pretty early. If I did it at 10 o'clock in the morning here, most of us have already had our coffee and are on to our day. So the time zone and the timing of this is pretty important. It's pretty important if I'm going to get a nice participation. And this is what happens to me in my evening live stream. Just the difference between 7 and 8 o'clock. If I do it 7, then it's just late afternoon for those people on the West Coast. Now, I thought that maybe I could get the world to just all go on to one time and ignore sunrise and sunset and circadian rhythms, because that would be very convenient for me. Not likely to happen. So as usual, the world doesn't adjust to us. We have to adjust to the world. So I'm thinking about it. And what I may do is this. I may do a few little test ones instead of recording a video like this. And for a few days running, come on, maybe 8:30 with a morning coffee live stream, and then the next day maybe 9 o'clock and 9:30, and then maybe 10 o'clock, maybe an earlier one, and see what you guys think, because you're the ones that are going to want to have your coffee with me, I hope. So that's a thought. It's a thought. And I have to figure out how to structure it and all, but that's just logistics. So in the comments, please, today in the comments, I don't need any more storm well wishes. I have survived. Life is good. The sun came up this morning. We did have a brief rain shower early this morning. Hopefully, that'll be the last of these things until next year. I doubt it. There'll probably be some more, but hopefully they won't come straight over my house again. What are the odds? Let me know in the comments whether you think a live stream in the morning that you can participate in, not something that lasts for 2 hours, maybe an hour at most. And the reason I say that an hour would be manageable for me would be by the time I record these Morning with Mitch videos, edit them, and upload them, it can be 2.5 to 3 hours worth of work. Whereas if I do a live stream, there is no editing, and it's already uploaded for replay at the time the live stream is finished. It's actually much less work and much less time consuming for me. Now, that's a benefit for me. What I'm looking for is whether you think you would enjoy it more that way. So let me know in the comments, please, what your thoughts are. Not everybody's going to be on both sides, on each side, but let me kind of take a little poll in the comments today and give it a little thought today, because I'm going to spend my day today relaxing. It's Friday. I'm not going to put a video out this afternoon. I'm pretty well, after this morning video, pretty well done on YouTube today. The next time you'll see me will be tomorrow morning. I do have my live stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But I think that live streaming may be a better format for me. And believe it or not, I'm actually more comfortable live streaming than I am performing. I may start moving this morning coffee thing to a live stream every morning, like Kiltz does, and we'll see what happens. So let me know your thoughts. That's important to me. Let me know your thoughts. And I think that's enough for today. I have some rest and relaxation to catch up on after the last few days. I have a few chores. I have to deal with that fallen over palm tree in front of my house. And finishing making sure that I've moved back in. But I think today's going to be a relaxation day for me. I think I deserve it. I know I need it. And I'll try not to watch too much TV or too many YouTube videos and get too aggravated. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your coffee. Let's play this thing out with some happy, upbeat music while I relight my cigar. So, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.